everyone. Hello to all of you and a very good afternoon. Welcome to Crack Grade B. Am I properly audible and visible? आप सभी मुझे देख पा रहे हो, सुन पा रहे हो? Okay, thank you. So we will continue doing the questions of reading comprehension. Before we start, let's have more students here and कुछ important बातें हैं जो मैं आप लोगों को बताना चाहती हूँ and then we will start. Right? So आप लोगों के पास में you get a passage and then आपके पास questions होते हैं जो कि infer करने के होते हैं. Summary बताओ, crux बताओ. You need to talk about what something implies. You are asked questions about assumptions, right? So implication, assumption, conclusion, summary, crux, or everything the same. What message this passage gives regarding something, most logical statement that best fits, है ना? इनके लिए you read the question. Okay, you can do the other way around also. ऐसा नहीं है कि पैसेज पहले पढ़ोगे तो गलत है, but for such questions गेट एन आइडिया कि पूछा क्या गया है एंड अकॉर्डिंगली आप पैसेज को उस व्यू से पढ़ सकते हो. सो दैट हेल्प्स अ लॉट. अदरवाइज इट्स योर चॉइस. आज मैंने थोड़ा सा डिफरेंट करा है. जो क्वेश्चन है उनका जो डायरेक्ट हमारे पेपर के क्वेश्चन है उसको स्क्रीनशॉट ही मैंने लगा दिया है साइड बाय साइड आपकी कन्वीनियंस के लिए, है ना. और थोड़ा अगर मेरा जो वीडियो पार्ट है अगर वो इंटरफेयर करता है सो यू लेट मी नो. मैं उसको भी थोड़ा एडजस्ट कर लूँगी ताकि स्क्रीन आपको प्रॉपर्ली दिखे. That's it. कल हमने 6-7 questions करे थे. Let's start. This is your next question. I hope okay. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जो कट रहा है या छुप रहा है. So you have the passage on left side and उसका respective question जो है वो right side पे है. Please start doing it. आपको आंसर यहाँ पे करना है. Please make sure कि आप लोग सब्सक्राइब कर ले चैनल को. If you are new here, फटाफट लाइक और शेयर कर दो. Okay. Spend some time in reading things. No, it's important. Acha. See, this is something very important. So maybe corporate governance is one of the topics जो आपको पहले से पता हो and you are studying about it. At the end, English के reading comprehension में you have to go with whatever is written in front of you. Yes, it will be most of the times logical and as per your knowledge, जो previous knowledge है. But ये trap हो सकता है एक. हो सकता है एग्जामिनर ने बिकॉज इट्स समथिंग दैट हैज टू एन एग्जाम दैट हैज टू सेपरेट दैट क्रीम लेयर फ्रॉम रेस्ट ऑफ द पीपल. तो वो कुछ ना कुछ ट्विस्ट दे सकते हैं आपको. इस वजह से लेट्स रीड which of the following statements best reflects logical inference from the passage given above. एक एग्जाम्पल देती हूँ मैं लॉजिकल इन्फ्रेंस का. ठीक है. If I say right now 1:30 to 2:30 I take online class on YouTube, इसका इन्फ्रेंस क्या करोगे आप? इसका एक इन्फ्रेंस हो जाएगा कि यू वोंट बी एबल टू कॉल मी ड्यूरिंग दिस टाइम बिकॉज आई एम लाइव टेकिंग क्लास. यू वोंट फाइंड माई क्लास ऑन आवर वेबसाइट क्लासरूम, है ना? वहां पर मेरी क्लास नहीं होगी. इट्स लॉजिकल कि मैम जब यूट्यूब पे है तो दूसरी जगह एट द सेम टाइम कैसे होगी? तो यहाँ पर दिस इज द लॉजिकल इन्फ्रेंस. अभी क्या क्या इन्फ्रेंस है? इट इज एन इम्पॉर्टेंट एजेंडा ऑफ द कंट्रीज अराउंड द वर्ल्ड टू इंश्योर access to good external financing. Good governance improves credibility of the firms. International capital markets ensure, ये जो कैपिटल मार्केट्स इंश्योर करते हैं कि फर्म्स को अच्छा गवर्नेंस मेंटेन करने में मदद मिले. गुड गवर्नेंस पेव्स द वे फॉर रोबस्ट सप्लाई चेन्स. तो कुछ कीवर्ड्स मैंने यहाँ अंडरलाइन करे हैं. लेट्स सी हमारा पैसेज यहाँ पर क्या बोल रहा है. यस, बी इज द राइट आंसर, नो डाउट. Good corporate governance structures encourages companies to provide accountability and control. तो good governance से क्या होगा? Control रहेगा, accountability रहेगी. This is your credibility. जब ट्रांसपेरेंसी है, कंट्रोल है, तो क्रेडिबिलिटी अपने आप वहां आ जाती है. A fundamental reason why governance has moved on to other agenda worldwide has been the rapid growth in international capital markets. तो यहाँ move on to का reason बताया है. Effective governance enhances access to external financing. Financing किसके द्वारा है? By firms है. Greater investment हो रहे हैं. Investors look to place their funds where the standards of disclosure of timely financial report and other things they all are met. तो कुछ क्राइटेरिया मेट होते हैं, इन्वेस्टर्स उनको देखते हैं. तो मुझे क्या क्या क्राइटेरिया मीट हो रहे हैं उन पर ध्यान देने की एज ऑफ नाउ नीड नहीं है. So not only, as I told you yesterday, we have to choose the right answer but also eliminate rest of them. So A says, in an important agenda of the countries around the world, it is an important thing to ensure access to good external financing. External financing के बारे में जो यहाँ पर बात करी है, effective governance अगर होगा, that will enhance access. बट ऐसा हम इससे ये कंक्लूड नहीं कर सकते कि ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एजेंडा है कि सिर्फ हमें एक्सटर्नल फाइनेंस का एक्सेस चाहिए. हमारा जो मेन थीम चल रहा है, ऑफ कोर्स दैट इज गुड कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस. इंटरनेशनल कैपिटल मार्केट्स एंश्योर मतलब टू मेक श्योर, पक्का करना. इट्स अ स्ट्रॉन्ग वर्ड, इस वजह से हम ये नहीं लेंगे. गुड कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस paves the way for robust supply chains. Okay, supply chains कहीं ना कहीं मदद होगी इनमें, बट ओनली दिस इज द वे कि सप्लाई चेन्स केवल इसी से हो रही हैं या अच्छा गवर्नेंस हो रहा है तो ही सप्लाई चेन्स मजबूत हो रही हैं. कांट से दैट. इज इनकम्प्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन, थोड़ी सी इररेलेवेंट भी है. दैट्स वाई आपका बी आंसर यहाँ बन जाता है. ओके, आई होप देयर इज नो डाउट. So let's move on to the next one. It's the same type of question of inference. जस्ट कर हाइड हो रहा था, अदर एक शब्द हाइड हो। ओके, सो ये भी इन्फ्रेंस का ही क्वेश्चन है। विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स बेस्ट रिफ्लेक्ट्स एन इन्फ्रेंस, लॉजिकल इन्फ्रेंस, मोस्ट लॉजिकल, एक ही बात है, इन्फर करना है, दैट्स माई जॉब, दैट कैन बी ड्रॉन फ्रॉम द पैसेज। The home range of elephant needs to be a vast area of rich biodiversity. There is a need of something. Elephants are keystone species and they benefit biodiversity. Rich biodiversity cannot be maintained in the forest without the presence of elephants. ये एक एक्सट्रीम ऑप्शन है कि रिच बायोडाइवर्सिटी पॉसिबल ही नहीं है विदाउट एलिफेंट्स, तो ये चीज़ हम नहीं बोल सकते, इमीडिएटली एलिमिनेट हो जाएगा। एलिफेंट्स आर केपेबल ऑफ रीजनरेटिंग फॉरेस्ट विद स्पीशीज एज पर देयर रिक्वायरमेंट। तो अगर रीजनरेशन के बारे में कुछ होगा सो वी कैन थिंक कि देखो क्या होता है। नाउ योर पैसेज वाज सुपर इजी। एलिफेंट्स आर आर्किटेक्ट्स, क्लियरिंग द फॉरेस्ट, प्रिवेंटिंग, सो इनका रोल जो है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल है। ऑथर इज कॉलिंग एलिफेंट्स आर्किटेक्ट्स हैं, दे डू सो मेनी थिंग्स। सेकेंड पार्ट में एलिफेंट्स ईट प्लांट्स एक्सेट्रा एंड व्हेन दे डिफिकेट इन अदर प्लेसेस दे ट्रैवल, उनके डंग से व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, नरिशमेंट प्रोवाइड हो रहा है प्लांट्स को, एनिमल्स को, इंसेक्ट्स वगैरह को। तो यहाँ पे बायोडाइवर्सिटी का पॉइंट मिल जाता है। In times of drought, they access water by digging holes, which benefits of the wildlife. So यहाँ पे what do we get to see is कि these elephants are very helpful biodiversity में, and ये क्योंकि helpful है, landscape architects बोला जा रहा है, that means they are keystone species. Answer definitely B था। All these statements were about elephants themselves. So range of elephants needs something, उनको क्या ज़रूरत है वो तो बात ही नहीं करी है ना हमने, and regeneration की भी बात नहीं करी है। How they are benefiting the whole diversity, उसके बारे में बात है। So yeah, easy, answer was D. Okay, so here is a lengthy question for you, but you will be able to do so. ध्यान से पढ़ना ना क्या पूछा है। assumption का क्वेश्चन है नेक्स्ट। It's not like that. It's not just the prelims, no, it's like the whole exam के जितने सारे levels होते हैं, and these are just RC English section, आप बोल सकते हो English वाले questions हैं। Exactly. Grade B has different questions, like other questions also, no, जो non reading comprehension वाले हैं। नहीं, उतना ही है। आई मीन जो वो आपको दिख रहा है ना कॉर्नर में, ऑफ एंड विथ, दैट मच इज देयर जो ऑप्शन में है। ऐसा नहीं है कि कुछ कट रहा है। ओके, नो 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 इशू। व्हाट अबाउट रेस्ट ऑफ यू? आंसर करोगे तो अच्छा रहेगा। चलो, आई विल गिव यू द कीवर्ड्स। You have the passage and assumptions जो हैं वो करे गए हैं. There are two assumptions. Now assumptions are, maybe think of this, कि ये मेरे मन में आया होगा assumption, and assuming that based on that मैंने passage लिख डाला. Okay? इस तरीके से भी आप सोच सकते हो इसे. So collection, processing and segregation, three process of waste should be with government agencies, and it is a strong word, should be, इन्हीं के साथ होना चाहिए. Resource recovery and recycling, यहाँ पे रिकवरी एंड रिसाइकलिंग रिक्वायर टेक्नोलॉजिकल इनपुट्स, और वो केवल प्राइवेट सेक्टर्स से आएंगे, कैन बी बेस्ट हैंडल्ड बाय प्राइवेट सेक्टर्स. तो लेट्स सी कि क्या ये बातों का बेस कुछ है मेरे पैसेज में. So passage says in India the segregation of waste is rare. Segregation जो है वो बहुत कम है. Recycling is mostly with the informal sector. More than 3/4 of the budget goes into collection and transportation. Budget कहाँ लग रहा है? Which leaves very little. मतलब budget allocation जो है उसका proportion, उसका ratio हिला हुआ है. Where does waste to energy fit into all this? Ideally, it fits in the chain after segregation, collection, recycling, and before getting to the landfill. तो ये तो एक थोड़ा हमारा क्वेश्चन जो उससे रिलेटेड ज़्यादा बड़ी बात नहीं है. Which technology is most appropriate in converting waste into energy depends on what is in the waste. तो कैसे कन्वर्ट करेंगे, कितना कन्वर्ट करेंगे, वो कैसे होगा. Biodegradable component of India's municipal solid waste is little over 50%, and a major solution for processing this. आपके पैसेज में ऑथर ने कहीं भी नहीं बोला कि हम किस काम के लिए किसको रिस्पॉन्सिबल ठहराएं. सो नोवेयर इन द पैसेज वी गेट टू सी दैट collection, processing, segregation, recovery, or recycling, who is the agency that is supposed to take care of this work or these works. That's why answer is D, neither one nor two. Answer is D. I hope you're understanding now. We can't assume that it's only government agencies, they should be doing these three actions, because we don't have any clue that who should be doing this task effectively. Then at the same time, we don't get anywhere that these two things are the things which could be done only by private sector, or these private sectors are the best. Best is again an extreme word, by the way. When you say best or worst, these are superlative degrees. So you don't get indication of any of the points, any of these statements from the passage, and hence answer is D. Okay. Hey, you are very quick. That's good. But then, uh, please let me know if you have read the passage properly. For the answer, that's the same passage, of course. And it's good you are keeping things in mind. Okay. So take time while you are given the time. Yeah, I know. But I want you to like focus on the options and answer. Uh, Still, whatever you answer, we can discuss in a while. ओके, बी आंसर नहीं है. ओके, एग्जैक्टली. चलो बी को एलिमिनेट क्यों करा बताओ. बी आंसर नहीं है. एनीवन कैन टेल मी व्हाई बी कैन नॉट बी द आंसर. एलिमिनेट विथ मी. Why B can't be the answer? It says crux. No citation about. ये है ना. There is citation. Biomethanation offers a major solution. लिखा तो है. But why is it not the most ideal way? Extreme word. बोला एग्जैक्टली. इट सेज अ मेजर सोल्यूशन. मेजर का मतलब मोस्ट आइडियल नहीं हो सकता. दैट्स वाई, बिकॉज ऑफ दैट एक्सट्रीम वर्ड. ये एक ट्रैप था आप लोगों के लिए क्वेश्चन में. दैट्स वाई हम इसे इमीडिएटली जो है एलिमिनेट कर देंगे. What about A? Why A cannot be the answer? Of course, A is not the answer. Generation of energy from municipal solid waste is inexpensive. Any clue about it in the para? No. तो ये वाला भी गया. आंसर इसका सी है, डी नहीं है. एग्जैक्टली, बिकॉज ऑफ द वर्ड इनएक्सपेंसिव. Segregation is the first step in ensuring the success of waste to energy plants. Okay, I'll explain you. डीवी पढ़ते हैं और फिर साथ में मैं आपको बताती हूँ. डी बोलता है द बायोडिग्रेडेबल कंपोनेंट ऑफ इंडिया सॉलिड वेस्ट इज नॉट एडिकेट टू प्रोवाइड. इसकी एडिकेसी है ही नहीं इतनी कि हमको एनर्जी मिले फ्रॉम वेस्ट. ठीक है. व्हाट आर पैसेज इज टॉकिंग अबाउट. पैसेज इज सेइंग सेग्रीगेशन बहुत कम होता है. रिसाइकलिंग इज मोस्टली विद द इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर होती है. मोर देन 3/4 बजट जो है हमारा पैसा इधर लग जाता है. मतलब कि ये जो है काफ़ी एक्सपेंसिव प्रोसेस है. और फिर हमारे पास सेग्रीगेशन के लिए पैसा नहीं बचता. वी डोंट हैव इनफ मनी फॉर सेग्रीगेशन. दैट्स वाई वो रेयर हो जाता है. Where does waste to energy fit? Ideally, it fits in the chain after segregation. So, waste to energy after segregation we can do it. But segregation first step में ही नहीं हो पा रहा है. Okay? Can you understand this? Right from the beginning, segregation is rare. And if segregation is not happening properly, then how we can think of converting waste to energy? Okay, which technology is most appropriate? वो later on की बात है. But ultimately, the passage is emphasizing कि segregation हो तभी तो आगे जाके we can make sure that this waste to energy conversion is happening. And because of that, C is the answer. We cannot say that the biodegradable component of solid waste is not adequate, because we are getting biodegradable point over here and it is in the other context. It says that which technology is most appropriate in converting waste to energy depends on what is in the waste and its calorific value as well. Okay, so it's not just it's just the one word that is matching over here but not the point. Is there any doubt in this one? No, they are not. You cannot give that kind of conditional answer. चलो पहले पढ़ते हैं assumptions हम. So the first is organic farming is inherently unsafe. That means by birth, by origin, it is unsafe. Of course, not birth in this case. So basically, inherently, innately, organic farming is unsafe for both farmers and consumers. Okay, ये है ही नहीं safe. Farmers and consumers need to be educated about eco-friendly food. ठीक है, अब हम देखते हैं passage क्या, if this is true, passage वाली बात भी relevantly true है. So it says there is a claim, एक claim है that organic farming is inherently safer and healthier. ओके सो क्लेम तो पहली बात ये हो गया ना कि ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग इज इनहेरेंटली सेफर एंड हेल्दियर. ओके, तो पहला वाला ट्रू हो सकता है क्या? नो, अनसेफ बोल रहा है ये तो डिक्लेरेशन है कि इट इज सेफर एंड हेल्दियर. The reality is that because the organic farming industry is still young and not well regulated, farmers and consumers are not only confused about what best products are, but sometimes use products in ways that could harm as well. So यहाँ पे second line is simply saying that there is a problem. Yes, it could be healthier, safer, but it's not well regulated. So there are confusions about it. And then there is an example. For example, since organic fertilizers are difficult to obtain, farmers use farmyard manure, जिसमें टॉक्सिक वगैरह चीजें होती हैं. Certain sprays such as whatever, इनके नाम पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है, sprays have an element atropine. If it's not applied in the right dose, it can act on the nervous system. Unfortunately, how much and when to use, ये वाली चीजें regulated नहीं है. So remaining passage is only talking about how these confusions are, and जो loopholes हैं, these are discussed in the rest of the passage. Okay, so first गलत है, so only one and both भी गलत हो जाता है. Then farmers and consumers need to be educated about eco-friendly food. Here, from the passage, farmers, they don't know a lot about the things जो उनको पता होना चाहिए. Anything about consumers that you can draw from here? See, consumers are confused about a different thing. Okay, how to use the product in the best way. Also, eco-friendly is a different thing. Eco-friendly is environment friendly. Okay, but we are talking about organic farming and उसी के products जो होते हैं, organic farming के जो products होते हैं. तो definitely answer आपका D है, B भी नहीं होगा. Right? So like two ways you could have eliminated a second statement. If you don't mind sharing, Priya, अभी तक कैसी अप्रोच, क्या अप्रोच यूज कर रहे थे? Would love to hear from you. Exactly, it does. So you can like take your approach to another level. Add one more thing. the way to select the answer along with elimination. That way you will start getting more confident about whatever you are answering. Okay, the answer is C. No doubt it is C. So again, see there, that's the same passage. हमने क्या सीखा था passage में? That organic farming is inherently healthier and safer. The problem is that it's not well regulated. Why? That's being explained here. So now the question is about the best statement that reflects the message conveyed by the author. Author is actually just asking, after reading, you will realize, author is asking, or he thinks that if the farmers who are practicing organic farming, if they are educated, if they know the right way, in that case, it could be very helpful. So in India, farmers need to be guided and helped to make their farming sustainable. Right now, the problem is because, see, it says that they often use the other manure, उसमें toxic chemical heavy metals होते हैं, and there is this other element if not applied in right dose. So it's about educating them. They should know, they should be guided कि कितना कितना क्या क्या डालना है. So C is your right answer. In India, organic farming should not be promoted. यहीं से इसको हटाओ, because author is supporting organic farming. He is questioning how it is practiced, to what extent it is successfully practiced. There are no is a strong word, safe organic alternatives. So this is a strong extreme option. Eliminate, kar do. The aim of organic farming should not be to generate huge profits, as there is still no global market for its products. See guys, the business side of organic farming, it's not discussed in the passage. So ये D बिल्कुल eliminate हो जाएगा. क्वेश्चन ध्यान से पढ़ना ये वाला थोड़ा. Okay. Take a minute or think and okay. Let me start by explaining the passage to you. Okay, पहले हम passage देखते हैं. Food consumption patterns have changed. मेन बात बस ये है, बहुत चेंज हुए हैं. अब कब चेंज हुए इन इंडिया चेंज हुए समझ में आ गया, चेंज हुए हैं, राइट. This has resulted in disappearance of many nutrition food. Disappear हो गए हैं nutritional, nutritious food, nutritional foods. While food grain production has increased, important point है. So while food grain has increased 5 times food grain production, it has not addressed the issue of malnutrition. All over production बढ़ के malnutrition अभी भी address नहीं हुआ है. The sector, agriculture sector, focus on increasing food production staples, जिसके कारण remaining ones जो हैं वो impact हुए हैं. So ultimately जो food security and nutrition security है वो compromise हुई है. Further, intensive monoculture agricultural practice can perpetuate the food nutrition security problem by degrading. Now here the problem is being perpetuated, extended if monoculture is continued. Okay, these are the things, main points in the passage. Now we have to assume certain things. Okay, to implement SDG and to achieve zero hunger goal, both are related to proper khana mile. In short, monoculture agriculture practices are inevitable even if they do not address malnutrition. So yes, monoculture practices जो हैं malnutrition, nutritional level को maintain नहीं करे, that is true. And if I want to implement these goals and zero hunger goal, प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाना है जो कि यहाँ पे बढ़ रहा है. यू कैन सी द प्रोडक्शन हैज इंक्रीज्ड. सो लेट्स थिंक इट इन अ सिंपलर मैनर. क्वांटिटी ऑफ द क्रॉप हैज इंक्रीज्ड, but those crops which are that has more nutrition, or let's say nutritious foods, that particular part is not there as much as we want. So yes, the first one is something that I can assume. I told you in questions of assumption, if you get a new proper noun doesn't mean कि वो option eliminate कर दोगे. It's an assumption question. So assume we want zero hunger goal. That means we want enough production for our population, right? And for that, even if monoculture से चलता है तो चलने दो. Diversity नहीं आ रही है, and there are certain crops and fruits and all जो more nutrition value वाले होते हैं वो नहीं है, then also it's okay. So that's the reason first one is something I can assume. It is in the same tone as of our passage. Second says dependence on a few crops has negative consequences for human health and ecosystem. Yes, that is there. See, ecosystem, quality of land, water and all is degrading. Human health, not proper nutrition. Why this is happening? Because monoculture means couple of food crops are grown majorly. So the second is also true. Government policies regarding food planning, policies need to incorporate nutritional security. Now there is a need to do something. One should do something. ऐसा अगर है तो फिर we cannot say that monoculture is still being continued no matter malnutrition है कि नहीं है. That's why third one is not something we can hear. Yeah, it can. But since we don't have any specific information about SDG in the passage, so only one aspect we are considering as per our option. For the present monoculture agricultural practices, farmers receive subsidies in various ways and governments offer them some good prices. Therefore, they do not tend to reconsider diversity. That is also true now. See, why they are continuing monoculture? let's say why they are continuing to grow only rice, only wheat, why they are not focusing on millets, for example, because they are getting subsidies. Yes, we can assume that they are getting some benefit because of which they are not thinking about diversity. So that personal benefit is there, they keep it first, and because of that, diversity doesn't take place, and that's something we can assume based on the information given in the passage. So the answer was A, first, second, and fourth. Are we clear? समझ में आ गया सभी को? It was more about this like farming related things, and farming में कुछ एक drawback है, loophole है. So the government doesn't consider, they are favoring. See, government के बारे में था नहीं passage, so first thing that is something we'll keep it aside. It was about the pattern of farming. Okay, the passage is about the pattern of farming जो हमको observe करने को मिल रहा है. When we say government doesn't consider crop diversity, they may consider, but they are favoring monoculture maybe by providing subsidies. तो वो हम बोल सकते हैं, बट वो irrelevant point है ना, एज ऑफ नाउ, ना वो assumption में ना वो passage में. Anything else? No. Fourth, let me explain this fourth option, okay? It's not criticizing. It says for the present monoculture practices. It's reasoning why monoculture practices are encouraged. Understanding? What's the point? Why the farmers are inclined towards practicing monoculture? Because subsidies are available, government offers some good prices for the grains and all, and because of having some benefits, they don't think about crop diversity. So it's not criticism. It's like let's say in other terms, let me explain you. Let me give you an analogy. So if says Niharika ma'am teaches English, and there are many students who want to improve their English and they attend her classes. Does this mean कि मैं दूसरे टीचर को criticize कर रही हूँ? No, it does not. It only tells you that there is a benefit attached to the session you are taking. Right? This is assumption. This is not inference. Assumption, assume करो कि अगर ये बात सच है. Okay? Fourth, assume. Just think. If farmers, if you are getting a benefit in doing something, you are working, you are doing a job of 4 hours where you are getting a benefit, but that job is not of that much significance. Okay? But still you will continue doing it क्योंकि benefit मिल रहा है, and that's what the passage is also saying, no? कि मोनोकल्चर वो काम वो कर रहे हैं क्योंकि बेनिफिट मिल रहा है, तो अज्यूम कर सकते हैं हम कि वहां पे फायदा हो रहा होगा तभी तो वो कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं, राइट? अगेन assumption. assumption के questions में you may get entirely new point, or you get slightly different statement than the passage. The idea is you just think if first is true, does it match to the message of passage? If second is true, does it match to the passage? ऐसे सोच के करा कर. Why? What about rest of you? So have a reason for your answer. In that way, you will know if you are right. I mean, why would you want to be wrong, right? No, it's not. It's using your brains. Chalo, let me take you through the statements and the passage and then the answer. The first statement is global warming is causing spring to come early, important point, early and for longer durations. जल्दी भी आ रहा है और ज़्यादा समय तक भी रह रहा है. Scientists studied the vernal window. Vernal is related to spring. Transition period जो है from winter to the growing season. So here तो starting में एक ही information है कि उन्होंने ने study करा. They found warmer winters with less snow resulted in a longer lag time between spring events and a more protracted vernal window. Okay, so उनको क्या पता चला that spring जल्दी आ रहा है और लंबे समय तक के लिए, which is of course what we are getting. Now warmer winters, less snow, that shows global warming. So first wala you can assume कि what is happening actually is global warming. It's the different way of saying that warmer winters are there, less snow is there, so warm ज़्यादा हो रहा है environment basically. We can assume that. Later part says this change in the spring timetable has some consequences. कौन कौन से हैं, किसके लिए हैं? Agriculture, fisheries and tourism. See, agriculture, fisheries and tourism. Okay, अभी तक population को लेकर we have no clue directly, indirectly. Let's wait. As the ice melts earlier, that means spring is early, the birds don't return and causing a delay or lengthening in springtime ecological events. Okay, so the migration hota hai, that the time of that migration is disturbed now. Do you get hint that bird population could get affected because of all these things happening? Are they not breeding? Are they not adapting to the change? Is it like because of delay in returning, or and if they don't return, does that mean they die? No. तो हम second वाला कैसे बोलेंगे? Are you understanding this? Any doubt? यहाँ पे जो हम बोल रहे हैं, we are gonna go with only one. That's our answer. Because you see, ये भी ध्यान से पढ़ना. Sometimes maybe you get a question which assumption is incorrect. Okay, so assumption is correct, only the first one. Early spring and longer period of spring period, ये तो हो रहा है. It is not good for bird population, but population, breeding, reproduction related any information cannot be drawn from the passage. So I cannot assume कि उनकी population affect हो रही है कि नहीं. उनकी इवेंट्स, उनके जो भी साइकिल्स होते हैं माइग्रेशन के, all those other things are being affected, but population. Assumption based are actually something so सिर्फ practice कर करके you can win. No. तो अगर एक इंडियन है मान लो, ओके, वो let's say a time comes and 20% of Indians they migrate to another country, तो हमारी population में से वो 20% subtract हो जाएगा क्या? We cannot say that. And when we say bird populations, we are actually meaning to say कि वो जो है हो सकता है एक टाइम पर birds बचे नहीं, या फिर पॉपुलेशन ड्रास्टिकली नंबर ऑफ बर्ड्स कम हो रहा है, उसका क्लू कुछ भी नहीं है पैसेज में. वी आर जस्ट गेटिंग टू जो इवेंट्स, इकोलॉजिकल इवेंट्स हैं, हाउ दैट हैज चेंज्ड फॉर एवरीवन, बट नॉट कि वो लोग कोप नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. ओके, चलो. So I think it's clear now. That's it. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. We will be continuing with PYQs only. These are very interesting questions. Of course, they are going to help you think a lot and prepare you for your other exams. जहाँ पर ऐसे lengthy questions आते हैं, question level ऐसा होता है. Direct questions are very easy RC के, किसी भी exam के. CSAT में तो होते नहीं हैं, बट देन जस्ट टू टेल यू, नॉट जस्ट CSAT में ये हेल्प करेगा आपको, ये आपको लॉजिकल रीजनिंग एंड ऑल में भी हेल्प करेगा, एंड ऑफ कोर्स इंग्लिश के RC के टफ क्वेश्चंस में भी हेल्प करेगा. ओके, यस, थैंक यू, बाय बाय, थैंक यू. लाइक शेयर करना नहीं भूलना है. कोर्स जो हमारा 5 मार्च से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, डिटेल्स आर इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स, डू चेक देम आउट. टेक केयर ऑल ऑफ यू, बाय.